Alright, hey everybody, Phil Yo-Yo Dad 76 here with another unboxing. I've got in my hand here the brand newly released from MK1 Yoyos. Came out with a series of Lord of the Rings yo-yos, and this is probably the the most exciting yo-yo I think that's come out that I can remember, where I was like, oh man, I'm gonna need to get that on drop night. And so drop night was insane. Mark from MK1 Yoyos said he's never seen anything like it on his website. The website crashed and people couldn't get on, but gradually the traffic slowed down and we were able to procure um, one of the several different versions of the Lord of the Rings series yo-yo that MK1 just released. The cool thing is these are officially licensed Lord of the Rings products. I don't know how Mark pulled that off, but it's officially licensed gear, and he came out with several different Lord of the Rings themes yo-yos. The one that I wanted to get the most is called the Ringbearer, and he had a one ring edition, which basically is a version that features the one ring from Lord of the Rings. It's got the engravings around the outside, but I won't talk too much about it. Let's just get to it. I got this earlier today, and I've been really fighting the urge to open it until I got to this video because I wanted to get the reaction to it. So I'm really excited about this. I will put the specs to the yo-yo in the video here at some point, but let's get right to it. You might notice I'm shooting this in a slightly different location because I got a groovy new ring light and everything, and it's over here by my desk, so hopefully this will be a little bit better visual. But let's go ahead and get this thing going. So he came out with two versions of this yo-yo. There is a serialized version, which unfortunately, due to the craziness of the purchasing day, I wasn't able to get the serialized one. And then he also had what he called the unlimited version of the one ring yo-yo, which was an unserialized version that also had some different engravings on it in addition to the one ring engraving. So here is the package. This is the box right here. It's got custom artwork on it. You can see that it's basically looks like the door to Bag End to looks like to Bilbo's house, and it's got the Ringbearer. Hopefully you guys can see that. MK1, a mythical yo-yo. So the specs on this: 7075 aluminum with stainless steel rings, 64.1 grams of weight, 46.3 millimeter width, 55.9 millimeter diameter, and then it's got your standard size C bearings, and everything else is kind of standard. It is an unresponsive yo-yo, but let's get into this thing. I'm pretty excited about this. Awesome little new packaging, kind of similar to his normal packaging, which is usually kind of a octagon shaped box, but this one has got some cool artwork. This thing opened up and see what it looks like. I do not want to mess up this box because it is a cool box. Alright. Oh, the artwork's on the inside too. You can see that. Alright, so it's got a handy little holder. Also has the, I'm not sure you can quite see that, but it's got the ring engraving on the plastic of the language of Mordor. Got a string, and there is a poster in here as well, which if you've seen any of the promo materials, you've seen this poster, the Ringbearer. Oh, it's got the whole line on the back with all the different yo-yos that he came out with in this line. Cool. I'll post the link obviously to the site. You guys can check that out. But let's get into the yo-yo. Alright, here it is. It's a good, what you call, I guess, an H or a W shape. Gold stainless steel rims, and then you can see the engraving of the one ring on here. And then this also has some special engraving in the cup, which I'm not sure you're going to be able to see. But if you look in there, that is the That is the inscription that's over the door in a Fellowship of the Ring when the Fellowship gets to the mines of Moria, and they're going to try to go through the mines. The writing that is on the door that translates to "speak friend and enter," that is what's engraved here in the cup. So that's the only difference between this version and the serialized version. In the serialized version, he's got the number of how many. He made 111 of those serialized ones, and so you would have gotten a number 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 111. But let's go ahead and string this thing up and see how it plays. All right, we've got the yo-yo strung up here. I wound it up. I have not thrown this thing yet, so I like to save the first throw. I'm really pretty excited about this thing. I really like the shape of it. The finish of it is really nice. It's like a blasted black, and then it's got the stainless steel, pretty good size thickness on the rims, and then it kind of goes into the cup as well. You can kind of see the width is, it's not an ultra wide and it's not super narrow, so I think it's like the perfect size shape, and this blasted finish is really nice. So I'm excited to see how this goes. Let's give it a whirl, the first throw of the one ring edition. All right. Really smooth, looks like really well balanced. Nice and quiet. There is no vibe in there. It's got a nice spin sound. So yeah, nice, very smooth, nice and quiet. I think I might have put my string a little shorter than I normally do. I just used the string that came with the yo-yo, which looks like it's just a polyester string, so I'm used to using nylon string, so probably cut it a little too short. It's got a very nice feel, nice finish is really nice. Plays. Got a little tangle there. Really long spin time. It hasn't run out of spin time in any of these throws yet, so seems to have like a tiny bit of vibe to it, but that might just be my throw. Yeah, that finish is money for grinds. It's really nice, and I really like the width. The width is really nice. Stable, good amount of power and speed. I am certainly not the fastest player out there, so nice response system in there with the standard 19mm response pad. They got a good grip to them. Ooh, botched that one. But thankfully I got my ever-present String Buddy. If you don't have one of these, you need to hit up String Buddy Seth on Instagram. Figure out how you can get one. I snagged one of these at Worlds this year, and it is probably the most used yo-yo tool of all the silly little accessories that you can get. It is really handy for getting knots out, which I am always getting knots out. And now that I have like the worst vision of all time, I have to yo-yo with reading glasses on. And then that means you can't see your knots really well, so that's, happy. That's the way it goes. But overall, very nice. Let's see how it compares, to some other yo-yos as far as shape and size. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Haymaker. This is a Duncan Haymaker. Real similar widths. You can see that there. Similar width. Kind of a similar design a little bit. And feels similar in this one also. Conveniently has like the gold brass rings looking thing. But if you like the Duncan Haymaker feel and shape, the cup is a little bit different. The Haymaker has a little bit more of a cup in it, but yeah, very similar design there. Similar style of play. Obviously bimetal, so you're going to get some incredibly long spin times. And if you are fast and one of those wizard-like people that can go fast, then I think you would like this yo-yo quite a lot. I'm mostly just pretty excited about it as a Lord of the Rings geek. So I was really looking forward to this release. And really, there hasn't been a yo-yo that's come out recently that I was like, oh, I've got to get that thing as soon as I saw it. So this is a real credit to MK1, their creativity and also the ability to put together that partnership with the Lord of the Rings to get this to be an officially licensed product. So again, this is the Ringbearer, the One Ring edition, black and gold. He also had an unknown edition, which he called Unseen, which was black with black rings with the engravings. And then there's several other yo-yos in the series that you can find on the website, which is MK1Yoyos.com. But yeah, there's different colorways that kind of represent different aspects of the Lord of the Rings story. So if you're a Lord of the Rings nerd and a yo-yo nerd, this is a great partnership. Put these things together, bringing nerd worlds together. It's awesome. So get out there, support your local yo-yo maker. MK1 is one of my favorite brands out there. Mark does great work. Never got a bad yo-yo from him. And this one is very exciting. So get out there and check it out. This is Yo-Yo Dad 76 signing off. Happy Christmas.